Chair, can the witness be ushered in, please? Welcome back, Mr. Witness. Before we went on the break, you had told the Commission about your background, including your education and your work experience. You had explained your relationship with Ndur Cham. You had gotten to the part where you talked about your arrest and transportation to the NIA headquarters briefly. And you moved on to tell us how you were then taken to Mile 2 Central Prisons. Up to the point where you were put in a cell. Can you tell this commission what happened next?
Yeah, thank you. I was put in the cell. And I think I spent almost about close to 30-something hours. And out of that, I was just giving maybe 15-20 minutes. Go out and pour my chamber pot. And then come back. So on a particular night, that was around 1 o'clock in the night, I had a knock on the cell door. I was told to dress up. And after I was taken outside to the administrative block, that is where I was first admitted.
Can you tell this commission the officer that knocked on your cell door?
Are you one prison officer who was with them, which was, they call him Chief Jamme? Chief because of his rank in the prisons. With some of the prison officers who were on duties. And I think Jawa was also there, Omar Koli.
Continue to tell the commission what happened next after they took you out of the cell.
So I was taken, I was taken to the administrative building, where I saw Land Rover pickup. Instead one black with no number plate. And after some little process, I was handed over to that particular team.
Can you tell the commission the process you're referring to?
The process was just to document me that I'm going out.
Continue.
And I saw some people. Well, they were wearing black. And I was asked to enter the vehicle.
How many persons did you see wearing this set black?
Minimum they were 4, I can certainly say.
Do you know any of their names?
I later learned that, came to know some of them. Like Sana Manjang. Michael Correa. Rambo. Something Jaju. I don't know what is the first name again. I think it's Mudu Jaju. They call him Rambo. And Malik Jata.
These are the 4 persons you could remember that came to transfer you from Mal to Central Prison. Yes, ma'am. Can you explain to the Commission exactly how they were uniformed?
Their dress was very strange. That was the first day for me to see such a dress. And I think the dress is what really depicts their name, which is blacks. All was in black. Trouser, the shirt. The vehicle is also black. And that's it.
At this point, could you see their faces?
Yeah, the first time, for that one, I saw their faces.
Can you tell the Commission where they took you after they picked you up from Mile to Central Prisons?
They took me to NIA.
Tell the Commission what happened at NIA.
When we arrived at the NIA, they escorted me upstairs, and I saw like a conference room. And people were sitting there. And I learned that that was a panel.
Can you tell the Commission who were the panel members?
I could remember Muhammad Haidara. I can also remember Baba Saho. I believe Lantomba was also there. Usman Sonko. Everybody was there. And I think a couple of others. And Musa Jame as well.
Can you tell us how many of them were NIA agents?
Well, Muhammad Haidara. Baba Saho. Fode Bari. These people I know they were NIA personnel.
You know the position Lang Tombong was holding at that time?
I think at that time he must have been the Chief of Defense Staff. Because what happened is, Nur was the Chief of Defense Staff, and he was his deputy. So, and I believe he must have assumed the position. And Usman Sonko was the Inspector General of Police.
Do you also know the position that Alaji Martin was holding?
Alaji Martin was part of the close protection of the president.
Alaji Martin bokon na ci ñi nga xamne ñoo doon aar president bi.
Yeah, he was. I don't know his appointment at the time.
Xawma won nak mom ban place la amé won jamono bobu.
You've already told us that it was around 1 a.m. that you were taken away from Mile 2 Central Prisons. Is that correct?
Ya ñu waxon ne ben waxtu ci guddi ci lañ la jëlé ci Mile 2 Central Prison ñëwu la ci NIA bi. Ndax loolu la? Yes.
Around what time did you arrive at NIA?
Ban waxtu nga aga ci NIA bi? Slightly about 30 minutes later after doing everything.
Gannaaw fanweeri minute la dal.
Continue to tell this commission what happened when you were brought before the said panel.
Wal commission bi ci jamono bi nga xamantene indi nañ la ci kanami kilifa yoyu non ñu leena oyé panel lan mo xew? Well, the panel asked me
ñoom bañ ma laajee
that the Cham said I should have informed Famara Jammeh about the coup.
ñu ne Ndur Cham mu ne dama waroon a yëgal Famara Jammeh lu aju ci coup d'état bi.
I responded that I don't know anything about the coup.
Ma tontu leen ne man daal mbiri coup boobu xawma ci dara.
I don't know anything about the coup.
Xawma dara ci coup boobu.
Did they ask you any other questions?
That was the question they were insisting on.
Laajte boobu daal ñoom ci lañ dëgëroon rek.
I was the one who was supposed to inform Famara Jammeh.
ñu ne daal man maa waroon a eggee xibaar gi Famara Jammeh.
I told them I don't know anything about the coup.
Ma ne leen coup bi daal man xawma ci dara.
Tell the commission what happened next.
Well, commission lu ci topa. After that they were a bit losing patience maybe or
gannaaw loolu daal seen muñ mu doon bëgg a jeex.
And they sent me down.
Ci lañ ma ebal ci suuf.
With some soldiers escorting me.
Ay soldaar yoo xam ne ñoo ànd ak man.
Somewhere within the NIA.
ñenn ñoom ñu ngi yoon ci NIA bi.
There's a ground out there.
Am na benn suuf bu nekk foofu.
Where I was taken to.
Foofa lañ ma yóbbu.
I was asked.
Ci lañ ma laaj.
Kneel down.
Nee naa sukka.
While my hands were cuffed behind.
Fekk suma loxo yi ñu ngi ko ceene ci gannaaw.
And to my surprise.
Man li ma ci gën a betta mooy.
They also took out a plastic bag.
Dañ génnee mbuusi nylon.
And cover my face.
Muur ko ci suma xarxanam.
And it was tied on my neck here.
Ñu jël ko takk ko nag ci suma baat bi fii.
That maybe I wouldn't be able to see anyone.
Nga xam ne lu boobaa duma mun a gis kenn.
Or maybe I'll probably, have more suffering.
Mun naa am sax loolu dina tax ma gën a sonn.
Can you explain what type of plastic bag was put over your head?
It was a black plastic bag.
Buus bu ñuul la woon.
Normally it sells for I think about $10.
Naa muy mbuusi njaan jaayee $10.
Those black ones where you have the writing on the face of it, I don't see them now.
Yu ñuul yooyu léegi gisatuma ko sax de waaye jamono boobu amoon na bu mbuus mu ñuul la am ay binda ci kanam.
Like you have letters all over it.
Am ay nomba ci am ay binda yoo xam ne moom lañ def ci kanam.
Was it the ones that had the calendar on it?
Ndax benn la bi nga xamante moo amee at bi nu mu dee demee.
Waaw boobu la sax.
Were you able to breathe once this bag was put over your head?
Da yow mënoon nga woon a nooy si jamono bi nga xamante ne def nañ bag bi nii si sa baat bi. I was struggling.
maa ngi doon jéem nag bu baax.
Breathe.
Pour jéem a nokki.
Continue to tell the commission what happened after the bag was placed on your head.
Continue nga wax commission bi si jamono bi nga xamante ne def nañ mbuus bi nii sa xar kanam bi naka nga mu defoon. They started beating me.
Ci lañ commencé di ma dóor.
Sticks.
Banta.
For a very long time.
Ci diir bu yàgga.
And finally they stopped.
Gannaaw gi ci mujjanteel bi ñu dal di bàyyi.
Mr. Job,
yeah.
Where were they hitting you?
Mr. Job, ñii fan lañ la doon dóor. Mostly on my back.
Li ci ëpp suma gannaaw.
But sometimes it touches my face as well.
Léegi mu laal suma xarxanam bi.
Until my mouth was bleeding.
Ba suma gémmiñ gi sax a ngi doon nàcc.
I had some wounds on my back.
Maa ngi amoon ay gaañu suma gannaaw gi.
How long did the beating go on for?
Dóor bi si ban diir lañ ko continuer woon naka la yàggee. For about 15 minutes.
dem na du tollu ci fukki minute ak juróom.
They stop and start again.
ci lañ dal di bàyyi ba ci kanam ñu commencé waat.
Yeah, because they will stop and start asking questions and coming up with tape recorders.
ndaxte dañ dee bàyyi dóor yi di la laaj te laajte boobu nag dañ ko doon record.
Yeah, so that is it. But in any case, I was being for more than 30 minutes added together.
waa noonu la waaye daal mboole seen liñ ma dóor yëpp dem na ba ci biir fanweeri minute.
Do you know the persons who were beating on you?
ndax xam nga nit ñi nga xamante ne ñoo la doon dóor.
Well, I presume it must be the same people who brought me from Mile 2 who I have seen.
Sana
Manjang.
ñi ma jëlee woon Mile 2 la ku demee ni Sana Manjang. Michael Korea.
Rambo Modu Baji.
Modu Jaju.
And it was being coordinated, which I'm sure of, by Tumbul Tamba.
Te ki ko jiite woon te on na ma ne kooku mooy woon Tumbul Tamba.
Why are you presuming that it was them?
lu tax nga téye ne comme ñooñu la.
Yeah, because for Tumbul Tamba,
waa ndaxte ku mel ni Tumbul Tamba.
I knew the wife.
xam naa soxnaam.
You know, the wife was in Nusrat.
mu ngi nekkoon Nusrat.
And at least we knew each other very well.
te moom xamante nañ bu baax.
And I think when I was arrested,
te foog naa bañ ma jàppee.
the wife was a bit sad.
dafa amoon lu ko miti daal lu ko naxari.
During that beating,
ci jamono ji ma doon dóor.
who told me even my wife is, is very sad.
wax na ma sax ne ma suma jabar sax dafa mer.
Yeah, so but we have a job to do.
waaye nag lii suñ liggéey la te dañ ko war a def.
And he was one of the leaders of the blacks.
te bokkoon na ci ñi nga xam ne ñoo jiite ñooñu ñuy wax black.
Is it correct that you presume that it was the same people that picked you up from Mile 2 because they were still wearing the black?
Yes. mun nañoo wax ne danga ko jàpp ne comme nit ñi nga xamante ne ñoo la jëlee woon Mile 2 ñu indi la foofu si NIA bi benn nit boobu la ndax ñoom jamono boobu noonu ñu ngi soloon ay yére yu ñuul.
In any case, they are part of it.
waaw de bon de bokk nañ ci daal.
Tell the commission what happened after your 30 minutes of torture.
waxal commission bi buñ la dóoree lu mot fanweeri minute lan moo si toppa.
From there, they took me back to Mile 2.
ci lañ ma jël nag delloo ji ma Mile 2.
With some threatening words.
ak ay kàddu yoo xam ne ñu ma doon tiital.
If they bring me back to them,
mais suñ ma indiwaatee ci ñoom.
do the worse than that.
dina gën a métti li ma dal tey.
Did they take you back to Mile 2?
ndax delloo nañ la waat Mile 2 si kaso bi.
Yes, they took me back to Mile 2.
waaw delloo nañ ma Mile 2.
Did they return you back to NIA?
delloo nañ la waat foofu si NIA.
The next night, I was also taken back to NIA.
ëllëg sa ca guddi ñu delloo waat ma NIA.
Can you tell the commission what time?
ndax mun ngaa wax commission bi si bon waxtu la woon.
It was also after midnight.
boobu tamit de gannaaw xaaji guddi la fukki waxtu ñaar.
Continue, tell us what happened.
continuer nga wax ñu lu xew.
I was also taken to the panel.
ci lañ ma yóbbu nag ci kanam kilifa yooyu.
And the same question was posted to me.
laajte bañ ma laajoon ñu laajaat ma ko.
Mr. Job, was it the same panel?
Mr. Job ndax benn nit yooyu noonu nga xamante ne kilifa yi fa njëkkoon a nekk xanaa ñooñu ñoo fa nekkoon ba tey.
They were still there with other people.
ñoo fa nekkoon ba léegi am na ñeneen nag ñu ci bokkaat.
Continue to tell us what happened.
continuer nga wax ñu lu xew.
And when they asked me the same question,
bañ ma laajee benn laajte boobu.
with the same threat,
ak benn suñu tiital biñ ma tiital.
to be beaten again.
ne dinañ ma dóoraat.
I decided to say, okay, let me just tell them exactly what I knew.
ci laa ne daal xaaral ma wax leen li ma xam ci mbir mi.
And I told them yes.
ma ne leen waaw.
Ndur Cham told me to inform Famara Jammeh.
Ndur Cham wax na ma ne naa ko yëgal Famara Jammeh.
But then I never did it.
waaye nag musuma ko koo yëgal.
Famara also told them the same thing.
Famara tamit loolu la leen wax.
You've already told us that they came back to collect you from Mile 2 Central Prisons.
Yes.
waxoon nañu fii ne nga ne gars dañ dellu si waat ñoo jëlaat la si kaso bi foofu Mile 2.
Was it the same persons that came again?
ndax benn nit yooyu noonu la ñoo njëkkoon na ñoo jël si la ñoo ñëwaat jëlaat la ndax.
Yeah, I believe because this time round they all put on their mask.
foog naa ko de waaye bi yoon na ñoom ñëpp dañ sol ay masque.
Maybe they don't want people to recognize them anymore.
ak bëggatuñ kenn xàmmee leen.
But they were all still dressed in black.
waaye ñoom yëpp ñu ngi soloon ay yére yu ñuul.
Yes, they were.
waaw.
Can you tell the commission how they transported you from Mile 2 to NIA?
ndax mun ngaa wax commission bi si ban anam lañ la taxal jëlee la Mile 2 yóbbu la si NIA.
I was put in the pickup.
dañ ma jël égal ma ci biir pickup bi.
I think this time I was at the back of the pickup.
bi yoon foog naa ci gannaaw pickup bi lañ ma ëpp.
If I can remember.
ma fàttale ko.
Is it that you were presuming you were at the back because there was a plastic bag over your head?
Da yo dang ko fowon ne rek comme si gannaaw nga nekkoon ngir lu waraloon loolu mooy mbuus bi nga xamante ne loolu lañ ñobee sa xar kanam bi moo taxoon nga fa nga yaa ngi woon si gannaaw moto bi.
No. If you are on the back of a pickup, you really know that is the back of the pickup.
déedéet boo eggee ci gannaaw pickup kay di nga xam ne ci gannaaw pickup nga egg.
It's different from the interior.
dafa utee nag ak ci biir.
There you have your seats and leather seats and everything.
foofu yaa ngi fa am toogu der yi ak yeneen ak yeneen.
Is it correct that they drove you with a plastic bag over your head?
Da dëgg la comme buñ la doon yóbbu di dawal moto bi di dem dafa fekkoon jamono bu mbuus bi mu ngi nekkoon sa xar kanam bi.
Yes.
waaw.
Were you able to breathe through the bag?
Ndax mënoon nga nokki mu fekk mbuus bi mu ngi ñu ko taka sa xar kanam bi.
I was struggling to breathe.
dama doon jéem bu baax sax ndax ma mën a nokki.
Continue to tell the commission what happened after you denied the fact that you did not know about the coup.
Continue nga wax commission bi si jamono bi nga xamante yëgal nga ne le comme yow xamuloo dara si lu dem si wàllu daaneel nguur gi.
And that you did not have the conversation you were tasked to with Famara Jammeh.
luñ la sant xibaar bi nga xamante loolu nga waroon a jox Famara Jammeh joxuloo ko ko woon.
After the beating,
gannaaw buñ ma dóoree pare.
well, I've realized that, the only thing I know is let me tell them.
ci laa ne daal xaaral li ma xam ma wax leen ko.
And which was like,
Nur
Cham told me
loolu mooy ne Nur Cham wax na ma.
to inform Famara.
naa yëgal Famara.
And I know that I did not do it.
te xam naa ne defuma loolu jotuma ko yëgal.
So basically, I told them that.
loolu moom wax naa leen ko.
Continue to tell the commission what happened after that.
kon de nga wax commission bi lu toppa si loolu.
After that,
gannaaw loolu.
I was sent back to the beating squad, I would call it.
ci lañ ma ebalaat fa nga xamee ne fa la ñu dóoree.
And I was beaten mercilessly.
ci lañ ma dóor yu métti sax.
And finally kept in a cell at the NIA.
gannaaw bi sax dañ ma dugal ci cell boo xam ne ca NIA la nekk.
For that second beating,
ñaareelu dóor yu ñu la doon dóor na.
how long were you beaten for?
naka la yàggee woon.
In total, almost up to about 50 minutes.
loolu dem na ba ci lu toll ci juróom fukki minutes.
What were they using to beat on you?
lan leen doon jël di la ko dóoree.
They were using sticks,
banta lañ jëloon.
to beat us.
dama ko dóoree.
Continue to tell us after they finished the beating what happened.
continue nga wax ñëw bu ñu la dóoree ba pare lan moo si toppa.
After the beating,
gannaaw dóoree.
I was kept in a cell.
dañ ma dugal ci benn cell.
The cell is like almost at the rear of the NIA, at the back.
cell bi daal dafa mel ni mu ca gannaaw NIA.
Just very close to the beach.
jegeñ torop ak géej bi.
That's where I was kept.
foofa lañ ma dencoon.
And to describe the cell,
pour wax ni cell bi meloon.
it's like a partition, like you have your living room and 2 rooms.
dafa mel ni xaajaloo boo xam ne yaa ngi am sa diggante saal ak beneen ñaari néeg.
That is in terms of the layout, I mean.
ni mu tëddaloo noonu laa ko waxee nii.
Yeah, but the living room, the front space was just about less than 1 meter by 3 meters.
waaye li féete kanam mel ni saal moom dafa mel ni ay benn meetar rek dara rek la.
And the 2 cells were about 1 meter by probably about 1.5 meter or less.
ñaari néeg yi nag ñoom dafa mel ni benn meetar guddaay yaatuwaay benn meetar a génn wàll daal.
Normally when the door is locked,
bu bunta bi tëjee.
you wouldn't know whether it is during the day or during the night.
doo xam sax yaa ngi ci guddi wala yaa ngi ci bëccëg.
It was always very dark.
ndaxte li lëndëm rek saa yu nekk.
And inside the cell,
te ci biir cell bi.
there is no mattress,
amut matla.
no blanket.
amut mbàjja.
It's infested with malaria.
di nga mën a am malaria.
And urine is all over.
te fu nekk nag seben yaa nga fa.
So which means you are not expected to sleep.
loolu nag lim tekki mooy daal doo mën a nelaw.
Well, if you want to sleep,
ndaxte boo buggee nelaw.
you have to lie on that, bare floor with urine and everything.
dangaa tëdda ci dar bi nga xam ne mu ngi am ay seben.
How long were you kept in this cell?
naka la sa yaagaay naka la toll woon foofu si biir kaso boobu.
I think if I can recall very well,
bu ma ko fàttale ko bu baax.
At least 3 days.
Dem
Maximum 5 days.
Dem na fa daal lum néew ñetti fan wala juróomi fan.
So you're telling this commission that from the second time that you were taken to NIA from Mile 2 Central Prisons,
léegi yaa ngi wax commission mi ne ñaareelu yoon ji buñ la jëlee Mile 2 indi la foofu si NIA bi.
you spent a minimum of 3 days there.
def nga fa lu mot ñetti fan.
Can you tell the commission what happened during those 3 days?
léegi waxal commission mi lan moo daan far di xew si ñetti fan yooyu noonu.
Within that 3 days,
ci biir ñetti fan yooyu.
every night I'm beating.
guddi bu jot dinañ ma dóor.
Mercilessly.
Dóor yu métti sax.
With a lot of questions.
ak laajte yu bari.
But they believe that maybe I know almost everything.
ndaxte ñoom liñ gëmoon mooy ne daal daanaka xam naa yépp.
And in most cases, I told them exactly what I have known.
te li ci ëpp yëpp nag dama leen di faral di wax man li nga xam ne loolu laa xam.
And in one of the occasions,
am na ci benn jamono boo xam ne.
the very moment actually I was put in the cell,
jamono biñ ma dugalee ci biir cell bi.
there was another person on the other cell, in the other cell.
am na keneen ku nekk ci beneen cell bi.
When I entered,
ba ma duggee.
people in most cases would say, oh, okay, I have a colleague here.
li ci faral di am nag léegi-léegi dégg nga waaw am naa suma naataango fii.
And the guy said, okay, how are you?
kooku daal ne waa na nga def.
I said, I kept quiet.
ma noppi.
Because I thought maybe it's another hardcore, it's a hardcore criminal rather who is there or whatever. So I decided to keep quiet.
xëj na foogoon ne am na benn criminal xëj na boo xam ne moo fa nekk rek moo tax ma toppi tontuwuma.
And the guy said,
ci la waa ji wax ne.
oh, I'm Mr. Sedikan.
ci la ne man Mr. Sedikan laa.
I'm a journalist.
man journalist laa.
And at least with that, I was a bit, convinced now to start discussing with
ci
him.
bi mu waxee loolu nag ci la suma xel dal daa ma ne mun naa commencé di wax ak moom.
When he said Sedikan,
ba ma ne Sedikan.
and said he's a journalist,
te mu ne moom journalist la.
and the fact that I know most of the Sedikans where they came from in this country,
te xam li ci ëpp nag ñi sant Sedikan xam naa ban boor lañ bàyyeekoo ci réew mi.
which is Jara,
te loolu jaara la.
I said, oh, are you Sedikan? He said, yes.
ma ne ko yaay Sedikan nga mu ne ma waaw.
And I said, oh, you must come from Jara.
ma ne ko bon nag xëj na jaara nga jógee de.
And he said, yes, I'm from Jara.
mu ne waaw jaara laa jógee.
And I said, oh.
ma ne
Then I said, do you know Fansu Sedikan?
ci laa ko laaj nga xam na Fansu Sedikan.
There was one person working under me at the Accountant General's office.
am na koo xam ne nag mu doon liggéey ci suma ron. Accountant General office noonu la
Oh, he was my assistant.
moom moo topp moo ma daan jàppale.
And he said, oh, I know him, he's my brother.
ci la ma ne ma xam naa ko suma mbokk la.
And I said, oh, okay.
ci laa ne waaw baax na.
Then I asked him, why are you here?
ci laa ko laaj nag lan a tax yow nga nekk fi.
He said he was there because something has been published and they say it's him and they brought him. He has spent some days there.
mu ne dafa nekk te dafa am luñ feeñal ci kayiti xibaar yi te dañ ne moom la loolu moo tax ñu indi ko fa mu ngi fa ay fan.
Do you know if he was tortured?
xam nga ndax moom tam bokk na si dóor nañ ko moom tamit.
He said he was tortured.
wax na ne waaw dóor nañ ko kay.
Continue to tell us your
And I
conversation.
said, oh, okay, I am ALIEU Jobe. Then he said,
ko
okay.
ne waaw man day Alieu Jobe laa tudda.
And I have been brought here because of this and this.
ci laa ko ne ko man nag dañ ma fi indi ngir lii ak lii ak lële.
And we were chatting.
ci lañ commencé nag di waxtaan.
They were very difficult.
métti woon na nag.
I decided to console him and say, for you, I know very soon they will leave you to go.
ci laa commencé nag di dalal xelam ne ko yow kay moom xam naa léegi ñu bàyyi la nga dem.
And I sent a message
ci laa yónnee la xibaar.
for him to take out.
pour mu génne ko.
Which was,
te loolu mooy ne.
when you see Fansu,
boo gisee Fansu.
tell him,
wax ko ne.
I don't know when I will leave this place.
xaw ma kañ laay bàyyeekoo fii.
But
waaye.
let them help my family.
nañ dimbale suma njaboot gi.
That's the only thing I have to tell him.
loolu rek laa am pour wax ko.
He said, okay.
mu ne ma baax na.
So I think that was the last day we spoke.
foog naa ci lañ mujjee wax.
Later he was released.
bañ ko bàyyee.
Mr. Jobe, at this point, how many persons were arrested in connection with the alleged coup of Noor Cham?
Mr. Jobe, si jamono bii nii ñaata nit lañ téye si lu dem te soo gisee ñu téye leen ku daaneel nguur bi nga xamante ne moo amoon loolu moo tax ñu téye leen.
A lot of people were arrested.
ñu bari lañ téye woon.
Some I don't know.
ñenn ñi xawma leen.
But I believe when I was at this place at the Mile 2.
waaye gëm naa ne ba ma nekkee Mile 2.
You have the likes of late Sirif Diba.
am na ku mel ni ku ñoo wax Sirif Diba ndem si yàlla si.
MC Cham.
MC Cham.
The current deputy chief of defense staff, Mamad Cham.
Mamad Cham, we have jamono ji mo toppa ci njiti soldari.
And so many others.
Ak ñeneen ñu bari.
You may continue to tell us your stay at NIA.
Nga continue wan ñu bu nga nekké won NIA.
So I was beating almost every night.
Bama fa nekké guddi bu jot dinañ ma door danaka.
Until after those 3 or 4 days.
Ba gannaaw ñetti fan xam ñeenti fan.
I was sent back to mile 2.
Ñu daldi ma ebalat mile 2.
I was taken by the same blacks.
Te ñi sol yu ñuul yooyu ñoo ma delloowaat.
After that day, were you tortured again by NIA agents?
Bu passé bés boobu nda dooraat nañ leen te ñu ngi la doon waroon a dóor mu nekk NIA.
There was a day we were also brought.
Am na bés boo xam ne tamit indi nañ ñu.
I think this time I came with Tamsir Jase.
Foog naa boobu yoon nag ñu ma indi ak Tamsir Jase.
And we were brought to the NIA.
Ci lañ ñu indi NIA.
We were subjected to the same beating.
Dóor yooyu ñu dóoroo moom lañ ñu dóoraat.
And finally sent back to mile 2.
Te mujjanteel woon nag ci lañ ñu ebalaat ñu dem mile 2.
On that day, were you placed before a panel?
Bés boobu noonu tam ndax teg nañ la si kanami panel.
Yeah, they took us to the panel. Anytime you come to NIA, they will take us to the panel.
Moom kay saa yoo ñëwee NIA rek dinañ la yóbbu ci kanami panel bi foofu.
There, what they wanted was for us to, write our statements.
Ndaxte liñ bëggoon mooy ñu binda suñ kàddu yi ñoo wax.
And then they were also telling us that we have to go appear on the TV.
Te ñu doon wax tamit ne dañ war a feeñ ci kanam télévision bi.
And with that promise of saying that when we appear on the TV, they will let us go home.
Te ci dañ ñu diggoon nag ne buñ demee feeñ ci télé bi dinañ ñu bàyyi ñu ñibbi.
And if we refuse to,
waaye boo bañee.
they'll keep us and they'll keep us torturing us.
Dinañ ñu fa dencate dinañ continuer di ñu mitital.
Can you tell this commission what they wanted you to say on the TV?
Mun nga wax commission bi ñoom lan lañ bëggoon nga wax ci kanami télé bi.
That we know something about the coup.
ñu wax ne xam nañ dara ci mbiri coup boobu.
And because then they've already got some of the officers with them.
Ndaxte am nañ ba pare ñenn ci ay soldats yoo xam ne ñooy seen loxo.
Who were arrested even far before me.
ñoo xam ne jàppoon nañ leen jiitu balaañ naa jàppa.
And they wanted us to say that, because they've indicated what role they were supposed to play.
Ndax ñooñu wax nañ ñoom li nga xam ne moom lañ fas yéene woon a def ci jamono coup d'état bi.
So they wanted people like us to go out and say the same thing.
te dañ bëgg tam ñu mel ni ñun ñu génn wax lu ni mel.
Also maybe apologize to Gambians.
xëy na pour jéggalu nag ci kanam waa Gambia.
And to the then president.
ak ci kanam président ba woon.
That's what they wanted.
loolu lañ bëgg ñu def.
Did you give a statement?
Da joxe nga sa kàddu yi ñu binda ko.
Well, I told you exactly what I said was Ndur Cham informed me.
Man li ma leen wax mooy ne Ndur Cham daf ma yëgal ne.
And I was supposed to prevail over Famara Jammeh.
ne naa fexe wax Famara Jammeh.
Which I did not do.
te loolu defuma ko.
Then they said, okay, they will also want to put in the fact that what role people were supposed to play.
loolu tamit dañu bëgg a xam tamit li nga xam ne moom lañ fas yéene def ci coup d'état boobu.
They included in my statement.
te loolu yokk nañ ko ci kàddu yooyu ñu binda.
And they wanted me to talk about the issue of Omar Fall. I will get to that.
te dañ bëgg a wax mbiri Omar Fall loolu dinañ ci egg ci kanam.
And some of those things.
yu mel noonu.
You're telling this commission that they fabricated your statement.
Yow léegi da nga nekk di woo commission bi ne kàddu yi nga xamante loolu lañ bindoon ñoom ñoo ko defaral seen bopp ñu binda ko.
Partially they did.
waaw loolu lañ def.
Did you sign that said statement?
Ndax kàddu bi nga xamante ne moom lañ bindoon noonu ndax mujjee nga koo sign.
I signed it rather.
waaw sign na ko.
Because I don't have a choice.
ndaxte boobu amoon pexe nag.
If I fail to sign it,
su ma ko bañee sign.
I will be passed through the same treatment.
dinañ ma jaarale fañ ma daan jaarale.
It's better to sign it and have my life with
bon
it.
nag ma sign ko rek am suma bakkan moo gën.
Did you appear before the television?
Ndax mujjee nga ñëw feeñ ci kanami télé bi.
Yes, I did.
waaw feeñ naa ci kanam télé bi.
Can you tell us what you said when you were before the television?
Ndax mun nga ñëw wax yow lan nga wax ci kanami télé bi.
I know it's a long time. I've never watched the video.
xam naa yàgg na nag jotuma seetaan vidéo bi.
I know I have indicated that
waaye xam naa ne wax naa fa ne.
Ndur Cham told me about the coup
Ndur Cham moom ma jox xibaari coup bi.
and threatened me
te daf ma tiital.
That if I have to lick it, because I told I'm not going to talk to Famara.
Ne, suma ko sennale ndax waxoon naa ko ne duma wax ak Famara.
He's going to deal with me. That I said.
Ne, dina jëflante man loolu moo wax naa ko.
And the issue of Omar Fall also was mentioned.
Mbir Omar Fall tam tuddal nañ ko fa.
As to what he has done.
Pour xam wax li nga xam ne moom la def.
That was also mentioned.
Boobu tamit tuddal naa ko fa.
And I believe the issue of even Tamsir Jase
foog naa ne sax mbiru Tamsir Jase
was also discussed.
loolu tam waxtaanee nañ ko fa.
It's a long time, it's about 15 years now, and I've never watched it again.
dafa yàgg passé na fukki at ak juróom te seetaanuma ko woon.
On the day that you were made to appear before the television, were you the only person?
Bés bi nga xamante ne bés boobu nga feeñoon ci kanami télé bi ndax yow rek la woon yaa feeñoon ci kanami télé bi.
No.
Déedéet.
Can you tell us the other persons?
nga ma ñoo wax ñeneen ñi nga xamante ne feeñ.
Captain Bunja Dabo.
Captain Bunja Dabo.
Captain Wasa Kamara.
Captain Wasa Kamara.
Warrant Officer Alpha Ba.
Warrant Officer Alpha Ba.
Tamsir Jase.
Tamsir Jase.
Myself.
Man suma boppa.
Omar Fall.
Omar Fall.
That's it.
Wow, no.
And you were all made to say almost the same thing.
Yes.
Wow.
Tell us what happened after that television program.
After that, we were sent back to Mile 2.
Mile 2.
And that was it.
Wow, follow him.
Up to this point, were you charged with any offense?
We were not charged.
Were you taken before any court of law?
No.
How many months has it been now since you've been in the hands of the authorities?
Close to 90 days.
Which is roughly about 3 months.
3 months.
Wow,
Continue
to tell the commission what happened next.
And that 3 months, there was no visit. We were kept incommunicado. We don't have access to our families. No access to a lawyer. We were just kept like that.
Can you tell the commission when you were taken to court?
We were taken to court one fine afternoon. When all the offices have closed, that is after working hours. And the manner and the way it was done, it was like, okay, all of you should dress properly. We are all going to the State House. Because what happened is, I think a month or so before that, I think the Senegalese president then Abdoulaye Wade came to the airport.
President Senegal Abdoulaye Wade ñëwoon na ci airport bi.
And appealed to Yaya Jammeh.
Sàkku ci Yaya Jammeh.
For him to release us.
Pour mu jégal ñu.
So we thought that was the moment.
Dañ foogoon ne jamono bi nag jot na moo.
And that's the way they were portraying it.
Te ñoom sax noonu lañ ko doon wone.
Then we all prepared.
ñun ñëpp ñu daal di solu.
We are put in a van.
Dugal ñu ci van.
And taken to the High Court.
Yóbbu ñu nag ca attekaay bu mag ba.
At this time, how many of you were there?
Yéen ñaata fa nekkoon?
I think we must have been around 13 or 14.
Foog naa tollu nañ ci fukka ñetta ba fukkinta ñeent daal.
Tell us what happened when you got to the High Court.
Wax ñu bi ngeen àggee ci attekaay bu mag bi lu xew foofu.
The High Court, it was so empty, no one was there.
Boobu bañ fa àggee kenn nekku fa woon.
But there was a judge.
Waaye am na attekat bu fa nekkoon.
And we were taken before that judge.
Ci la ñu taal na ci kanami attekat boobu.
And I could remember. The then Justice Minister was there. Which was Haidara. Was there. I can fully remember. Yes, I know him very well. And we were just arrayed there. And finally, maybe that was when we were charged.
Can you tell the commission what offense you were charged with?
Commission bi yan certa loi bi nga xamantene lool ngeen jéggi won luñ leen tumalan.
I think it was treason. And conspiracy to commit treason. There was a third one. I don't know whether it was aiding and abetting or what, something like that. But those were the three charges. And the others were charged for treason. And some others concealment and whatever.
You were all charged with the same offenses.
Yeah. Yeah, I believe, yeah.
Wow.
Earlier on, you mentioned said AG, a minister then. And you refer to him as Haidara. Thank you. I was going to ask you, do you know his first name?
Excuse me, but I picked up now.
Was he present when you were being charged?
I know he came into the courtroom. Whether he was present when we were being charged or what, but he was in the courtroom.
Continue to tell us what happened at the court.
So after that, we were all charged. And then sent back to mile 2. And now advise us to look for legal, to look for lawyers rather, to defend our case.
Were you able to secure the services of a lawyer?
Yes, I did.
Well,
and most of us, I believe we all had lawyers then.
At this time, how many of you were charged? If you can give us some of the names.
The civilians. I was charged. Tamsir Jase was charged. Omar Fall was charged.
Omar
Fall was charged.
Omar Fall mom tam bokk na ci.
Honorable Demba Dem was charged.
Honorable Demba Dem bokk na ci.
We were the four who were charged.
Ñun ñenent yi lañ tuumalon.
At this point, you refer to Tamsir Jase as a civilian.
He was a civilian because he was not in any employment. He was running a restaurant.
Mom civil la won ak nekkuton ci liggéey restaurant la amon diko dawal.
Banjul, that is Banjul Terrace or whatever.
Bobu Banjul la won.
But before that, he had been a civil servant at some point.
Yes, in this country, Tamsir was one time the Director General of the Immigration.
Immigration.
You've also told us about Omar Fall. Does he have any other name?
Well, Omar Fall Keta.
Omar Fall Keta.
Can you tell us if you knew Mr. Fall before your arrest and detention?
Mr. Fall I heard about him. Then I knew him on the 21st of March.
Tell the commissioner how you came to know about him on that day.
I knew Omar Fall through a work colleague,
ci koo xam ne suma liggéeyandoor la woon,
and a friend.
te suma xarit la.
By the name Abdudin.
ñu di ko wax Abdudin.
You may continue.
Mun naa continue.
It was Abdudin who told me about Omar Fall.
Abdudin moo ma wax mbiri xibaari Omar Fall.
And that is how I knew him.
noonu laa xamante ak moom.
What did Abdudin tell you about Omar Fall?
Abdudin moom la wax ci mbiri Omar Fall.
Abdudin once traveled to Kenya, I believe.
Abdudin foog naa dafa musa tukki ci réew mu ñoo wax Kenya.
And he said that's where he met Omar Fall.
foofu la dajee ak Omar Fall.
When he came back,
bañ dellu si waatee.
he told me,
mu ne ma.
I have met with a marabout.
tasee naa ak sëriñ.
And the guy is very, very good.
te kooku nag sëriñ bu mun la.
I said, ah.
ma ne ko ah.
Then that's it.
noonu la demee.
And he said,
mu ne ma.
I have even spoken to him
man sax wax naa ak moom.
about the alleged coup.
lu aju ci mbiri daani nguur gi.
And I was really sensitive.
te man nag mbir mi doon na waar trop.
The sensitivity being,
ndaxte li nga xam ne moo ci nekkoon mooy.
you cannot just meet somebody in the street like that and start talking about that.
doo mun a tasee nit ci mbedd rek di commencé di ko waxal mbir mu mel noonu.
It has far-fetching implications.
te loolu mun naa jur lu bari.
Do you think this happened because Abdudin thought you knew about the arrangements of the coup?
Yeah, we discussed it.
ne lii mu ngi xew ngir Abdudin dafa foogoon ne yoo xam nga daaneel nguur gi nu mu doon war a demee woon.
I've discussed with Abdudin.
waaw dama ko waxtaan ak Abdudin.
Because at the end of the day,
ndaxte gannaaw bi.
certain things you must try to do your consultation.
ndax ñu mun a demee rek xëy na am na yoo xam ne foog nga waxtaan ak nit ñi pour xam.
Yeah, but the way it happened,
waaye ni mu xewee mooy.
then in the civil service and the government,
jamono jooju ci liggéeykaay nguur gi ak nguur gi ci boppam.
everybody feel threatened.
ku nekk yaa ngi tiit ragal.
And it came through a discussion.
dafa jaar daal ci waxtaan woo xam ne ñu
And
ko
the
la waxtaanee.
discussion led to a point
waxtaan wi nag dem ba ci jamono boo xam ne.
where it was like, ah, kii sax dafa war a dem.
dañu waxoon ne ah kii sax dafa war a dem.
Mr. Job, can I ask you a few questions?
Yes.
Mr. Job, nga mun na laa laaj ay laaj yu néew.
How did you know Abdudin?
yow noo xamee woon Abdudin.
Abdul, we met in the civil service.
Abdudin dañ tasee ci liggéeykaay bi.
He was working at the Ministry of Finance
mu ngi doon liggéey ci Ministry of Finance.
under budget.
ci ron budget.
When I was the Deputy Accountant General,
jamono boobu man maa toppoon ci accountant general bi.
that's how we met
noonu lañ tasee.
and know each other.
ci lañ xamante yi tamit.
But after that,
waaye gannaaw boobu.
we've been meeting together
dañ daan tasee.
as board members
nekk ñoo xam ne
of the
board.
Gambia Public Procurement Authority, GPPA.
GPPA ñun ñoo fa nekkoon kilifa yi nga xam ne ñoo jiite woon wàlli dogal.
That's where we develop rapport.
foofa nag fa lañ dal di gën a rottaxal suñ jokkoo.
We've been interacting on their subcommittees
dañ daan jokkoo wante nag ci seen
at
comité
the
yu ndaw
board
yi.
as well.
ak ci board bi ci boppam.
That's where our closeness started from.
foofu nag lañ jege ñantee.
Continue, tell us the conversation you had with him about the alleged coup.
kon dina nga wàññu waxtaan bi nga xamante ne moom nga amaa moom si lu dem si wàllum daaneel nguur gi.
So when, these, descending boys were coming, complaints from people,
bi nga xamee ne ay tawat yaa ngi ñëw di bàyyeekoo ci nit ñi.
and he was also complaining
moom itamit mu ngi doon tawat de.
and said, ah, kii sax dafa war a dem.
ci la dal di ne kii sax dafa war a dem.
And that is like an avenue.
loolu nag mu doon bunta.
Can you tell us who he was referring to?
mun ngaa wax moom kan la doon wax noonu.
That President Jammeh should go.
mooy ne président Jammeh dafa war a dem.
And from there, at least I say, yàlla baax na.
ci jamono boobu nag ci la bon yàlla baax na.
These people are working on something, and I know if it is okay, he will go.
bon dafa mel ni am na ñi ñoo xam ne nag ñu ngi koo def te xam naa su sottee dina dem.
The military procedure, let me be very specific.
waaw mooy ne soldat yi am na lu ñoo pexe te su sottee dina dem.
That's it.
It would therefore be correct to say that you were aware of the fact that the military, through Nur Cham, were trying to plan a coup. Is that correct?
léegi mun nañoo wax ne comme militaire bi su may soldat bi ñu ngi pare woon pour daaneel nguur gi te jaarale ko si Ndur Cham.
You know, as I have already said earlier, I got the message from Ndur Cham.
And further, you were also aware of other persons who were involved in this said arrangement.
You mean the military?
Not only the military, even civilians.
Well, the only person in the civilian I know is Tamsil Jase.
Was Dean part of the planning group?
That Dean got the message from me.
So it is obvious that this is the conversation that was being heard by a group who were actually planning on having a coup.
Well, between me and Dean was just a matter of sharing the message. Because we don't have the powers, we don't have the ability, and we don't have the training to do it.
Suman digante ak Dean moy pour ñu jotale wante xibaar bi rek ndax té ñun amuñ won doole bi amuñ won jubluwaay bi amuñ won taxawaay bi pour daanel nguur.
But it is obvious that you all were aware that this coup was being planned.
Why comme rek xam ngeen ne comme coup daanel nguur bi ni dafa nekko li nga xam ñu ko doon pexel te ñu ko doon toga. I would want to say this.
Dina mëna wax li.
It was like an open secret in this country. I believe so.
Can you explain further?
What I mean is, a lot of people knew about this thing. Yes.
I did not know about it.
Yeah, that's why I say a lot of people.
So tell us how they knew, how these people got to know about it.
If Ndur Cham should say that all the officers, most of the officers in the armed forces are aware. And most of some of the cabinet ministers are part of it. And in intelligence, they tell you one thing. When two people know something, understand that 11 people are aware. With these 3 people, 111 people are aware. With these 4, 1,111 people are aware. On the basis of that model, then you believe that a lot of people are aware. This is how the intelligence do their assessment.
Would it be correct to say that most of the people who knew about this coup were people who were directly informed by Ndur Cham, and somehow these people within themselves had had a conversation and to even know the roles that they were to play if this coup was to succeed?
I would not say no to that.
Thank you for that. To go back to the Marabu, you've told us that you were introduced to him by the said Dean. Can you tell us if you ever met him before the 21st of March 2006? But I've said this. I heard about him. But I only met him and spoke to him on 21st of March. Do you know the role he was to play in this said coup? Do you mean the Marabu? Yes.
Wow. I don't know. Because I am not aware of any role that he was supposed to play. As of 31st of March.
Can you tell us
how you met him on the 21st of March 2006.
wax ñu yow naka nga ñëw daje ak moom si weeri March bu amee ñaar fukki fan ak benn.
Yes, when Abdudin met him in Kenya,
Kenya,
he came back, he told me. I was very sensitive because I haven't seen him and I know he's a bit sensitive. And I didn't like the idea of him discussing this matter with somebody else. And I was avoiding the person. I have never, before 31st of March, attempted to meet Omar Fall. I've been going to Dean's compound. We are colleagues. He has been coming to me. And he's staying somewhere in Kirsering here. And where Omar Fall is staying is not far from there. If I was keen to meet him, I would have gone there. But it was me discouraging the idea because of the sensitivity of the matter. Yes.
I just find it interesting what you just said.
Yes.
You said you were discouraging the idea of meeting the said Marabu.
Yes.
Who were you discouraging not to meet him?
What I mean by discouraging the idea, for me to meet him, I mean. That's the idea I was discouraging. When anytime I'm offered by Dean to go and meet him,
Can you tell the commission the reasons why Dean wanted you to meet with the said Marabu?
Yes, because they met in Kenya. And he decided to reveal this thing to him. And the guy gave him also made some comments or probably indicators, giving him indicators. Indicators. And then finally he thought it was important for me to meet him.
Mr. Job, we can be here all day. It's important for you to tell the facts.
Can you repeat your statement again?
Yes.
I'm not hiding anything.
You've already told us that there was a conversation where Dean found it necessary for you to meet with the Marabu. Is that correct? Yes. And you have said you did not find it necessary to meet with the said Marabu. There must have been a reason why Dean found it necessary for you to meet with the said Marabu.
Well, Dean was excited. Because the guy said he saw the former president riding a bicycle. And he believes that's the end. But to me, understanding the sensitivity of the matter and working with military personnel, even though I'm a civilian, I thought it was better just to avoid seeing this person. In case of what they were planning going wrong. Basically, that's it. Or the matter being leaked to another level. That would have cost me my life.
So it is correct to say you did not find it necessary to meet with the Marabu because you did not believe in the said powers he had.
Gis nga ne jarul nga gisante serigne bi ni ngir mom yefi serigne bu mo def nonu yo gomulo ko dolem.
I'm not saying that.
Waxuma lolu. Tell the commission what you're saying.
It was a sensitive matter. And it's not something that you can be passing over and talking to people about. Particularly somebody you never know. You don't know his background. You haven't interacted before. You cannot start interaction from there. That was why.
Thank you. You may go back to tell us about the court appearance.
You've
already told us that the said then Minister Sheikh Haidara was present in the court. And then you were taken back to mile 2. Tell us when you were taken back to court, what happened?
When we came back to mile 2 after our first appearance, where we were charged, and we started working on our lawyers, and we were able to get secure lawyers individually. Then all of us were taken to the court at a particular time, and the court was being presided by Justice Ajim.
Justice Ajim la.
It was both the military and the civilians.
Is it correct that you were then taken to a court martial?
Well, it was at the High Court. From my understanding, court martials are normally done at the military court, at the barracks or whatever, not at the High Court.
So you were taken to the High Court?
We were taken to the High Court.
With all the military personnel?
All of us.
Can you tell us what happened on that day?
I think after 1 or 2 sittings, maximum 3 sittings, we were separated. The soldiers were taken to court martial, and we were kept at the High Court, and we continued our court.
How many of you remained at the High Court?
We were 4 in number.
Can you give us the names?
Myself, Tamsir Jase, Omar Fall, and Demba Dem.
Can you tell us how long your trial lasted?
We were convicted
on the
9th of August, 2007.
Atum 2007.
And our warrants were our warrants or whatever you call it. After when you are convicted, they must send a warrant. That was signed on the 14th of August. Of the same year, 2007.
So then now you were taken to mile 2 with a court order.
I don't
think it was the Atekai, it's the prison.
Wow,
Yes.
Can you tell us about your time in mile 2 while serving your sentence?
I
was convicted to 20 years imprisonment.
Can you tell us the conditions of the prison?
When we were convicted, You still remain in the same one-man cell.
ñu nga des ba tey rek ci cell bi nga xam ne kenn
the same condition.
ci anam yim nekkoon rek la continuer nekka.
We probably 1 hour rest every day.
ay nga bër bu set rek dinañ ñu jox benn waxtu rek pour ñu noppaleku.
To at least get outside the cell.
pour ñu génn ci biti cell bi.
So that you can bath.
nga xam ne di nga mën a sangu.
In your chamber pot.
tuur sa poti sambur bi.
And stretch your legs for about 5-10 minutes.
taalal sa tànkay tuuti diiri juróom ba fukki minute.
And get inside.
nga delluwaat ci biir cell bi.
So you were still being treated as a detainee.
kon ba tey dañ la fa téye woon ne rek comme yow nit nga ki nga xamante ne dañ ko fa téye noonu rek.
Yes, I think so.
waaw foog naa ko.
Will you allow any visitation from your family?
daan nangu nañ pour sa mbokk yi ñu ñëw seet si la.
Yeah, when someone is convicted.
waaw bu fekkee ne yoon daan na la bañ tëj la.
You normally have 1 visit in a month.
weer bi dinañ doon nangu nga am benn yoon ñu ñëw seet si la.
I think it's about 30 minutes.
te foog naa seet si boobu itam fanweeri minute laa doon.
Sometimes they cut it down to even 15 minutes.
léeg-léeg sax ñu gàttal ko def ko fukki minute ak juróom.
And in lot of occasions.
te ci jamono yu ci bari nag.
They will even say no visit.
léeg-léeg sax dañoo ne déedéet kenn du la seet si.
Because they will create some commotion here and there.
ndaxte dina am ay jaxasoo yoo xam ne dinañ ko fa def.
Like a search or whatever.
mel ni daal dafa dañoo bu def ay visite.
If they happen to catch any contraband.
su fekkee ne am na dal luñ fa gis loo xam ne.
They will deny visit to everybody.
bu ko defee ñëpp la ñoo tere nag ne kenn du la seet si.
And even if the president is going on a tour.
su président bi di dem tour sax.
You don't have a visit.
kenn du la seet si.
And in most cases.
li ci ëpp
yi suspend the visits.
dañoo tere nit seet si la.
When it is very close to these Eids.
su fekkee ne ay feeta ngee jot si.
Like Tobaski.
mel ni Tobaski.
And Korite.
wala Korite.
And even Christmas.
wala Christmas sax.
In your statement, you've also indicated that an incident happened in 2009 upon the arrest of Langtombong.
Wanga sa kàddu yi nga xamante ne loolu nga wax ñu bind ko nga ne am na lu xewoon su atum 2009 moo nekk jamono bi nga xamante ne ni teewoon nañ Langtombong.
In 2009.
atum 2009.
When Langtombong was arrested.
jamono bi nga xam ne ci lañ jàpp Langtombong.
There was a particular day.
am na bés boo xam ne.
The NIA came for us.
NIA dañ ñëw jël si ñu.
And took us to the NIA, some of us.
ñenn ci ñun ñu jël ñu yóbbu ñu NIA.
I think Bunjadabo was part of it.
naa Bunjadabo bokkoon na ci.
My very self.
man ci suma boppa.
I think Yaya Dabo as well.
foog naa ak Yaya Dabo.
And when we arrived at the NIA.
bañ àggee NIA.
I could remember then it was Numo Kujabi who was the Director General of NIA.
maa ngi fàttaliku Numo Kujabi moo nekkoon njiit li foofu NIA.
And I was ushered into his office.
ci lañ ma dugal office am.
I sat down.
ma toog.
Then Pahari was there.
Pahari mu fa woon.
The lawyer.
lawyer bi.
And they welcomed us.
ci lañu dal di dalal nag.
One to one they were talking to us.
ñoom benn ñoo doon wax ak ñun.
Mr. Job, at that time, do you know the position Pahari was holding?
Mr. Job, si jamono boobu noonu ndax xam nga Pahari moom si ban maxaama la amee woon.
To me, that was the first time I saw Pahari.
man de bés boobu mooy njëlbéen yoon ma gis Pahari.
What I have gathered.
waaye nag li ma gis mooy.
He must have been at the sheriff division, at the high court. Somewhere at the high court.
mën naa am daal ne mu doon liggéey ci attekaay bu mag bi.
Not at the attorney general's.
nekkutoon ci attorney general.
Do you know why he was at the NIA on that particular day?
ndax xam nga lu tax mu nekkoon foofu noonu si NIA bi si bés boobu noonu.
Later I learned.
gannaaw gi laa yëg ne.
During the discussion.
ci bi ma laaj.
That they were there to talk to us.
ñu fa woon pour wax ak ñun.
And they started their discussion.
ci lañ commencé nag di waxtaan.
What he told me.
man lim ma wax.
That is him and late Numo Kujabi.
moom la woon ak dem si yàlla Numo Kujabi.
That yes, you know the president is your friend.
ñu ne waaw xam nga président bi sa xarit la.
Yeah, he sent you to study.
daf la ebaloon nga dem jàngi.
Now you are here.
léegi yaa ngi nii fii.
And you know that rapport, at least could continue.
te nag jokkoo boobu seen diggante nag dafa war a continuer.
Now we are calling you here.
léegi dañ la oo fii.
You need to tell us about, Langtombong's involvement in the 2006 coup.
pour nga wax ñun Langtombong li nga xam ne noonu la bokkee woon ci coup d'état atum 2006 boobu.
When you do that.
loolu boobu boo ko defee.
We'll speak to him.
bu ñu waxee moom.
And he will leave you go.
dina la bàyyi nga dem.
And I kept quiet.
Ma dal di noppi.
Then my comments were,
Man li ma fa wax mooy,
which I thought was very important, looking at my position as an accountant general one time.
Te foog naa ne suma jamono suma xalaatee ne musoon naa nekk accountant general.
I told them that Yaya Jammeh did not sponsor me.
Ci laa leen ne man de Yaya Jammeh feelut ma woon suma njàng mi.
I was sponsored.
Ñi nga xam ne ñoo ma ko
By the
feelu
personnel management office.
mooy PA moo nga xam ne ñoo toppatoo di liggéeykat yi nguur yi. Te li ko waraloon mooy ne
I'm a civil servant.
man liggéeykat yi nguur gi la.
And it's public funds.
Te loolu dépassé réew mi la.
I was quick to tell them.
Ma dal di leen wax ci nim gaawee.
I know if he has wished,
Ne leen xam naa ne su
he
bëggoon
would have said you will not go.
dina wax ne su doon sagoom la dina wax ne duma dem.
Yeah, but
waaye nag
it's not him
waaye du moom
who paid for me.
moo ma fayal.
They were recording it.
ñu ma record
Yes, and I told them,
te ma wax leen ne
I don't know anything about Lantombang's involvement,
man de xaw ma dara ci lam tombon
and I'm not going to
bokka
fabricate.
te duma wax nag lu amut.
And just because I want to go home,
Ndig rek dama bëgg a ñibbi
will not make me do that.
loolu de du tax ma
Because
def
my
ko.
consent will always, affect me when I get out.
Bon suñ ma ci bàyyee ci loolu bon jamono bu ci nekk rek suma xalaat dina ma yedda.
My last statement was,
Kàddu gi ma mujjee wax mooy
let me tell the president,
mu wax président bi
Gambia is here for us.
Gambia ñun ñëpp la fi nekkal
And as the head of state,
comme moom mooy njiit li
we are all his family.
ñun ñëpp njabootam lañ.
And therefore,
Ci kaw loolu
I don't think
góob ma ne
it worth
jar na
keeping people all this long at the mile too.
di jël nit ñi di leen teg diir bu yàgga bi ci mile 2.
And finally,
Ci mujjanteel ga
I told Pahari,
ma wax paaxaar yi
he's alive,
mu ngee dunda
and Numo, who is late,
nu moo def si yàlla si
that my situation
ne leen suma wu anam
is circumstantial
ni mu demee nii
and can happen to anyone.
dara ko waral te mun naa dal ku nekk.
And that was why,
Loolu moo tax
sometime after few years,
gannaaw bi ay at ci gannaaw yu ci
I was
yokku
brought to the mile too.
ñu indi ma mile 2.
And when we met,
te biñ tasee
everything he had to do
li nga xam ne loolu la
was to hook each other
loolu la ñu lonkante
because of the memories of of other discussion.
ndik li nga xam ne moom lañ waxtaanee woon.
Sorry, Mr. Job, can you go back a bit on that? Who was brought to mile 2?
Mr. Job, haral jeexal ma tuuti nga dellu si gannaaw tuuti kan lañ indi woon mile 2.
Hari
You may continue.
Continue.
So at mile 2 it was difficult.
mile 2 de lu métti woon la.
Food is very bad.
Lekk gi baaxut.
Sometimes I could remember telling people,
léeg-léeg fàttaliku naa sax
when
di
they
wax
start
ne
complaining,
buñ commencé di
the
tawat
food should change,
pour
that the food should change,
ne lekk bi dafa war
should
a
have better food.
dañu war a jox lekk
We
bu
should
baax
have a better living condition.
dañu war a am dëkkin bu baax.
No, I always tell people,
saa yu nekk dama leen dee wax ne
you know what, we cannot change this place.
fii de moom doo leen ko mun a wecci.
Let's pray that God gets us out of this
nañ ñaan
place.
yàlla rek yàlla génnee ñu
We
fi
cannot change it.
waaye mënuñ koo wecci.
And I could remember,
te fàttaliku naa
right to
sax
the day we left,
ba bés biñ demee
the condition was the same.
nam meloon rek la mel.
Food is bad.
lekk gi baaxut.
Rice, normally, if they give you the rice, if they cook the rice and give it to you,
maalo mi moom buñ ko toggee ba jox la ko
give it 3 hours,
jox ko ñetti waxtu rek
you cannot eat it anymore.
dootoo ko mun a lekka.
Yeah, it's like poison, something like that.
dafa mel ni poson la.
It starts smelling,
dafa commencé
very
di
bad
xeeñ
odor,
xeet bu bon.
and which means probably it's an expired rice.
te loolu dafa mel ni maalo bu yàqu la.
Yes, and the meat likewise,
yàppa wi tamit
you can stay there.
mun nga fa toog.
And I believe within the 10 years that we spent there,
te ñun fukki at yiñ fa nekk yëpp
none of us has eaten
amul kenn ci ñun
at least a kilo of meat
koo xam ne lekk na kilo yàppa
from the prisons.
lu bàyyeekoo ci prison bi.
You know, the only thing we were doing,
li nga xam ne yëpp moom lañ doon def
develop a survival strategy.
mooy daal ñu seet sart yoo xam ne ci la ñoo jaar pour ñu mun a dunda.
Sometimes to have some supplement,
léegi-léeg ñu am luñ cee roxandi
good food from outside, we try to bring it inside.
ñu am lekk boo xam ne dafa bàyyeekoo ca biti moo ñu lekk ko.
And if people like us have been going to hospital regularly,
ñu mel ni man léegi-léeg saa yu nekk dama daan dem
at least
lopitaan.
when you get to the hospital,
soo eggee ci lopitaan bi
you can prevail over the prison officer.
mun ngaa wax ak ñi nga xam ne ñoo
And
liggéey.
your family can buy you some better food.
sa mbokk yi nañ la mun a jëndal lekk gu
If you
baax.
believe when you eat it,
loolu nag soo ko lekkee
it can keep you till your next appointment.
loolu mun na laa dimbale ba jamono ji nga war a delluwaatee
It was
lopitaan.
one way of trying to at least have well nutrition food.
noonu lañ daan def daal pour fexee am daal lekk bu baax.
Yes.
Wow.
You have just mentioned that you were being taken to the hospital.
Can
you tell the commission the reasons why?
One of the reasons is the bad food. And also the environment that we were. But the two types of sickness that I got directly linked to it. Because I had eye problem and I was operated, admitted for 14 days. The RBTH. Then came back. And sometime in end of November 2014. No, December 2014.
December 2014.
After so many visits to the SOPD,
I
was also scheduled to be go on a hemorrhage operation. And hemorrhage, as we all know, it's always caused by the type of food you eat. I was operated as well. I spent about 25 days the RBTH. And I consider myself very lucky with that operation. Because the day I was released from RBTH, go back to mile 2. That very night was the day they attacked the State House. It was the 30th December attack. I consider myself lucky because I was not there, and who knows what would have happened.
Do you think they would have actually said you were part of it because you were close to the State House?
Anything could be said. Would say, okay, he came here and he's keeping himself here, or they are keeping him here because of that. Likewise, I could have been killed.
You earlier also said something very interesting. You said you believe that your eye issue was directly linked to the conditions at Mile 2 Central Prison.
I'm very sure of that.
Can you tell
the cells are very dark. It doesn't have no electricity. Just as dark as you can think of. Therefore, how can you live in such a condition all those years? I could remember after my operation, eye operation, after, talking to the optician, he gave me a recommendation that I should not stay in a one-man cell anymore. Or a cell that doesn't have light. That's where I was moved. To cell number 7. It was a very big hall, accommodating maybe about 50 to 60 inmates. It has a television. Relatively better than the one-man cell. Normally, all the beds are just like this, squeezed together. The windows have no wire gauze. Mosquitoes are always coming in. And there are these big windows. The size of that never again behind you. You have almost about 5 or 6 on this side and 8 on the other side. So just imagine what type of mosquitoes, and just imagine where the Mile 2 is. Just behind it you have the mangues. So it was always infectious with malaria.
So at this point, you had been transferred to the rightful place you were supposed to be serving your sentence.
Léegi dafa noonu si jamono bi dañ la toxal si bërëb bi nga xamante ne yow foofu nga yelloo pour nekk.
Because of medical condition.
Waaw ngir nag suma wàlli wérgu yaram fi mu tollu
But not because of the prison procedures or regulations.
waaye nag nekkul ne sarfe nga xam ne moom la kaso bi di doxee moo tax.
I was going to actually say that, but thank you for saying it.
Bëggoon naa la laaj loolu sax waaye jërëjëf si li nga wax.
You said you were convicted for 20 years.
Wax nga ne dañ loi doon na la da nga war a tëdd si kaso bi lu mut ñaar fukki at.
Looking at the date today, obviously you did not serve the whole 20 years.
Léegi bu ñu waree xool bés bi tey dafa noonu yow tëddaloo ñaar fukki at yi yëpp si kaso bi.
Can you tell this commission how many years of your sentence you served?
Wax ñu yow ñaata at nga tëdd si kaso bi bu mu fekka loi doo daan na la ba pare.
I've served 9 years.
Juróom ñeneenti at.
4 months.
ñeneenti weer.
And some days.
ak ay fan.
I want to say this.
dama bëgg a wax lii ne.
After doing my eye operation,
gannaaw bi ma opéré suma bët ba pare.
I subsequently also have another eye issue.
amaat naa beneen jafe-jafe bët de.
Which was diagnosed as
te boobu niñ ko waxee mooy ne.
a mild glaucoma.
mun naa doon li ñoo wax glaucoma.
And just few days before our release,
ay fan rek balaa ma bàyyi.
I was at the Sheikh Zayed hospital.
maa ngi demoon ci Sheikh Zayed hospital lopitaanu Buti.
Regional eye center.
de fi nga xam ne fa la ñu fajee Buti.
And I was scheduled to go on the operation again.
ci lañ ma wax na ne dama war a dem opéré waat.
Of my glaucoma.
opéré suma glaucoma bi.
But the very day I was given appointment, the appointed day,
bés bi nga xam ne ci laa waroon a dem.
coincided with Tobaski.
dafa dajee ak Tobaski.
And the date was changed.
ci lañ wecci bés bi nag.
I was supposed to go back.
maa waroon a dellu.
And thank God in between.
waaye sant yàlla ca diggante ba.
We were released.
ñu bàyyi ñu jégal ñu.
But I still have the same illness with me.
waaw feebar bi ba tey maa ngi ko amee.
I am taking drugs.
maa ngi naan ay garab.
I'm taking eye drops.
maa ngi duma toxal ci suma bët yi tuuf ay.
Yes, Latanopros.
mu lu ñu wax Latanopros.
Yeah.
Can you tell us what led to your release?
ndax mën nga ñoo wax lan moo taxoon bañ la bàyyi.
Well, I will thank God.
sant yàlla.
I know that God came to our rescue.
xam naa ne yàlla moo ñëw pour suxali ñu.
It was on the 22nd of July.
ñaar fukki fan ak ñaar weeri July.
That is the 22nd July celebration.
ay jamono ji nga xam ne ñu ngi doon màggal 22nd July bi.
When the president, former president,
président ba woon.
stood
taxaw.
while giving a speech.
di joxe ay kàddoom.
Started making
mu commencé.
announcements.
di yéebaane.
Of pardons.
ay njéggal yu moo def.
And when we looked at, he didn't call names.
biñ ko seetloo waxu tur de.
But he was giving, the nature of crimes.
waaye daf doon wax le misaal yi li nga xam ne moom la tuuma biñ defoon fi mu toll.
And by that virtue,
ci kaw loolu.
we probably know that we have met the criteria.
ñu xam ne ñun nag ci foofu lañ toll.
And he gave the nature of crimes, one.
wax na li nga xam ne mooy tafaar giñ def benn.
And he has also set the timeline.
wax na tamit àpp bi.
Because then the 30th December we are already in there.
ndaxte jamono bu 30th December bi mu ngi woon ci biir loolu.
But the time frame, the scope in terms of time.
te ci jamono ji waxtu bi nga xam ne moom la joxe.
Didn't reach 30th of December 2014.
eggutoon December fanweeri 2014.
We thought based on our situation.
ñu xalaat ne ñun ci anam yi nekkoon.
We'll probably be a part of those who will be released.
mën naa am na ñun tam dinañ bokk ci ñi moo jégal.
Therefore, you were released because of a presidential pardon.
léegi dafa noonu bàyyi nañ la ngir président bi moo wax ne pour ñu bàyyi leen.
Yes.
waaw.
At this point, I have no more questions for you.
léegi amatuma dara lu ma laa laajaat.
Mr. Chair, I would have asked the witness to tell us the effect the whole ordeal had on him, but I would like to suggest that he does that in his closing remarks.
Chairman, bëggoon naa laaj sedd bi pour mu wax lii si lum jaar nii yëpp jafe-jafe yi nga xam ne loolu la ko indil waaye léegi dama ko bëgg a bàyyi moom su demee ba moo gaaral kàddoom yu mujj yi mun na ko faa wax.
Thank you, Counsel, and thank you, Mr. Job, for coming to testify before the Commission.
Jërëjëf, Counsel, jërëjëf, Mr. Job, si li nga nangu pour ñëw si kanami commission bi fi garal fi sa ay kaddu.
Before I turn to the commissioners and ask if they have any questions to pose, just one small clarification I want from you.
Bala ma jox commissioner yi pour ñu laaj la amna leen lu ndaw li nga xam loolu la bëgg nga leeral rek.
In response to Council's question about family visits during the time that you were serving your sentence.
Mo nekk bu la council laajee si wàllum anam bi nga xam da nga dee am ñu la dee seet si comme sa mbokk yi nii.
You indicated that prison officers were fabricating reasons for denying family visits.
Wax nga ne comme ñi nga xamante ñooy liggéey si wàllum kaso bi foofu ñooy dee jël ay dalil rek ñu wax ne loolu moo tax duñ nangu kenn mbokkaam mu ñoo seet si ko foofu si kaso.
You made reference to denial when there is a presidential tour.
Wax nga ne
I didn't quite get that thing. President touring the country or the president coming to visit the prison or what? If you can clarify that point, please.
Am nga buma buga luma buga nga leral nga ne president bi comme su mo dem wor deka bi luma buga xam ndax duñé nangu ngeen geena su daf dé fekk president bi mu ngi wara wor deka bi wala dafa wara geena dal balla ci dama buga nga leral fa na
wara ñu seet ci kasso
wala daf ñu wara ñu seet ci kasso bi.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Chairman.
Jërëjëf, Chairman.
Let me start with the presidential tour.
Ma commencé ko ci doxantu bi président bi def.
Presidential tour I'm referring to here.
Li ma wax ni ci doxantu président bi.
It's about touring of the nation.
Moy wër bi mo wër réew mi.
He has never visited the prison.
Musta ñëw ne meeku ci kasso bi.
So that's what I mean.
Loolu la wax.
Coming to the issue of visit.
Lu aju ci ñi nga xamne ñoo ñëw di seet ci.
Being suspended.
Pour ñu téré ko.
With their fabricated reasons.
Ndig li nga xamne ay wax yu ñoo wax la rek pour ñu ko digal.
Emphasize this.
Xaaral ma digal ne.
The reasons that they give us.
Li nga xamne mom lañ ñu dé wax ne mo tax.
Or they've been giving us.
Nga xamne mom lañ ñu daan jox.
Are baseless.
Loolu wéruñ ko fen.
And no justification of.
Te amu dara lo xamne moko wara wéral.
Stopping our visits.
Pour téré nit ñi ñëw seet ci ñu.
Thank you. Commissioners, if you have any questions. Commissioner Jones, you have
Jërëjëf. Commissioner Jones mo la laajte ci.
Thank you, Chairman.
Jërëjëf, Chairman.
Mr. Job, mine is also a clarification.
Mr. Job, man tan dama bëgg leeral rek.
In regards to your date of birth.
Mo nekk ci at bi nga xamane ci nga juddu woon.
I believe you said 1970.
Waaw, gëm naa ne da nga wax ne 1970 la woon.
But you said in 2006 you would have been 26, but that means you would have been 36. So could you please rectify that?
Waaye ang doon ne 2006 loolu daf la waroon a fekk nga am 36 years. Mooy fanweeri at ak juróom benn.
Yeah, quite right. I know that must have been an oversight.
Waaw boobu moom xam naa njuumte la rek.
My date of birth is on the 1st of July 1970.
maa ngi judd benn fanweeri July atum 1970.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. If there are no further questions, Imam C, you have the floor, please.
Imam C, moo la laajte ci.
Serigne Job, jërëjëf.
Serigne Job, thank you.
Jërëjëf Imam.
Lay nuyu dala gërëm ci coono bi nga sonn noonu.
I am greeting you and I am saying sorry to you for what you have been through.
Sant Yàlla bi nga sant Yàlla lim la musal noonu te nga gis ko nga kam ko itam.
You thank God for the reason that God has protected you from what you have been through.
Li ma lay laaj mooy ñi la doon def noonu bi nga génnee ndax tase nga ci keneen mu ne la jégalal ma wala maa ngi lay baxalu xaqi.
Have you ever met some people who has did these things to you and on the way they ask you to forgive them?
Jërëjëf Imam. Am na ñoo xam ne dajee nañ.
Thank you, Imam. I have met with some people.
Ñeneen ñu ngi dajee ci jafe-jafe bi.
Some of them I have met them during the trying times.
Like comme Lantombong, because ñoom ñu nekkoon ci panel bi.
People like Lantombong, since he is one of the panelists. Bobaji.
Fode Bari sax mu fa woon.
Fode Bari too was there.
Waaye biñ dajee.
But when we met,
Well,
it seems there is nothing that has took place.
Wow, man jappuma dara.
I didn't hold anything. At the moment when we saw each other, we normally have conversation, we chat, we will play, and we will deal with one another. Really, there is none of us who has asked forgiveness from each other. But for me, my side, I know I have forgiven them. Since I know that it's not within my power or my capabilities, that made me to be released. And it's not also that being the reason I am still living. I know it's because of God I am still living. That I was able to come and sit here today to say what I am saying now. There are people who are part of it. Let me just rephrase. I can say there were people who were apprehended. They were involved in it. There is one person. You will pass by his cell, then you come to my cell. The day that he was being released, I was watching. And they took him. He is Maleficor. But up to today, we don't see him. It seems God has protected me. After all what they have said about me, but whatever God said, what they used to say, they said the hen that's supposed to row. Nobody can do anything to that's why I thank God. Up to today, I continue to thank God. There is one person among them. He was here. He came to He was among those who were arrested and later released from Yundum. No, they could jump on fee. You buy. I mean, detail Yundum. He was testify. They were being apprehended in Yundum and they came here to testify before the TRC. So, Mom, the fan base.
No, that interpretation was not correct. Sorry, Mr. Chair.
What I said is, can I say it in English?
Yes.
What I said is, there is one of them. Was part of the junglers. I think there are some of those people who were supposed to testify. And one time he was, at the Union Barracks. And there was this particular day. One of my staff, current staffs, had a good rapport with him. This is Gambia. And I was doing something for the staff. And when I gave him the money to buy whatever for his personal use, it was around Tobaski time. He had some, change out of it. Some change. The money was not possible. And finally, because they are related, when this guy called him and said he needs some support, buy some stuff. So he used my money and went and gave it to the guy. And when he came and told me, I said, that's good. He said, Alhamdulillah. Since I'm alive, I'm still able to serve him and serve other people. For me, I think that I have to thank God for that. The man insisted that he wants to talk to me to apologize. I told my staff, I have forgiven him wholeheartedly. Otherwise, if you have given him my money and I don't like it, or I've insisted that you pay my money, this is the sign that I have appreciated it. Yes, and I think that will also be a lesson for him.
Thank you very much. Mr. Jobe, before you
Mr. Jobe,
make your concluding remarks, if the 2006 attempted coup had succeeded,
2006 Daniel Gurbinga hama mom ngeen bëggona def bu fekkee ne sotti na
and the promise someone made to you had been fulfilled,
luñ leen dig def nañ ko,
you would have been the third president of the Republic of the Gambia.
jamono bi ni ya doon nekk ñetteli président bi fi ci réew Gambia.
From your testimony, you didn't believe that.
yow ci kaddu yi nga xamantene lolu nga wax fi gomlo lolu.
You gave a few reasons.
yow joxe nga ay dalil.
Can you elaborate a little bit on that, on the reasons why you didn't believe that you would have been the third president of the Republic of the Gambia?
Ndax mun nga gëna sétal lu tax dalil yi nga xamantene mo tax yow mun lo gom ne mun nga nekk ñetteli président fi ci réewu Gambia.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Jërëjëf Chairman.
I wouldn't have been,
duma ko doon
and I am not.
Te doonuma ko.
We are part of the third republic, isn't it? Yes, because in this world, from history, well, maybe my history is not very deep. I have never seen the military taking a coup, and it turns out to be successful. And they tell a civilian, come and lead it. You are an international veteran diplomat. Correct me if I'm wrong. Because your length of service, you have interacted in lot of political forum and involved in lot of diplomatic assignments. That is one issue. The other one, my age then, I was 36 years old. And that government can only be a transition government. And transition governments, I wouldn't expect it to go beyond 4 years. Why I'm talking about 4 years? Because the Ajami regime, the transition was 4 years. Even though the late General Lawrence came here, tell them to make it 2 years. I'm thinking, since this was a national president, it might not go beyond 4 years. 4 years added to my age. That's 40. At 40, what would I have to do from there? So I thought, since I have been trained and I have a passion for what I'm doing, and I have worked hard to be a chartered accountant, which many people are also looking for, I thought that would have been a mispriority. That's another factor. The other factor, I've worked with the military from 1995 to 1999. I know how they think. I know how they perceive the civilian. And I know if I was even to sit there, I can certainly tell you with this Quran that I have sworn, it will not work. Because they will not accept it. Or even if they are to accept it briefly, give them this. It will turn out to be something else. And therefore I want my life. And these were the key reasons why I wasn't keen, and I was also not keen to even inform late Captain Jammeh.
Thank you. Did you share these reasons with Ndur Cham?
Yes, I told him my reservations.
And how did he react?
He used to, he told me, "Are you Halengarek?" No, because he's older than me, isn't it? He's just trying to downplay it.
Thank you very much, Emma, for that. If my memory is correct, Emma, if I could recall the thing correctly, I think it was probably only in the Sierra Leone situation when probably Albert Magai, not Sir Milton Magai, the first president or prime minister of Sierra Leone, when I think it was Albert, when he was overthrown, the military called Jackson Smith, who was residing in the UK at the time, to come back and lead the coup. But I stand to be corrected. If you have any closing remarks to make, please proceed to make them now. Thank you so much for coming to testify.
All right, thank you, Mr. Chairman. I just want to say this. I think I should have narrated that before coming to my final comment. Within the time I was arrested and detained, to be specific, the 9 years, 4 months, I didn't have the opportunity to see my wife. My wife was conceived, delivered in August. That is 4 months after my arrest and detention. And the only time I saw the child, the only time I saw the child was after 9 years. That was when I was released. Because they are not in the country. They were in UK. And I want to say this as well. When I was arrested, my wife was very, very lucky. Because she was on holidays here. And she was conceived. And at a particular time, they went to the house to look for her. And they wanted to arrest her. I imagine if she was arrested while she is conceived, definitely that particular circumstance would have got the biggest impact on me. And maybe I will not even be here to narrate it. Because it has happened. I've seen somebody arrested and the wife was breastfeeding and the wife was arrested and detained at the police headquarters. So they'll bring in the baby to breastfeed the baby and the baby will go back home. Just imagine that. So this is how terrible it was. And I think I cannot get to my comments without mentioning that. I think it's important for the TRRC to know that. Yes. Now coming to my closing remark, I will just have to first of all thank the Almighty Allah. I couldn't have survived it without Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And God has shown me himself. And I have appreciated that. Those are things that cannot be narrated here. But definitely I know that. And I am seeing them. And it all started even before I was even taken to any court. So I thank God for that. One thing I have to say, coups are wrong. I have been asked and I said it. And it will remain to be something wrong. The Constitution doesn't allow it. But then, I would want to say this. The law and the Constitution of this country, I would advise the executive and those in charge of the law to make sure that they observe the law. What had happened, if you do go onto memory lane, it was because the Constitution was not being followed. And even if you overthrow, it's also wrong. It doesn't matter whether it was followed by one person or the other. It's wrong, it's wrong.
amna warul dal warul mom mo xam topanen ko la topun ko warul.
I would definitely appeal.
Ci ko lol ma ngi sakku.
Urge myself.
Sakku suma bop.
And everyone.
Ak ku ci nek ku mu
Let us try to abide by the constitution of this country.
Nañ fexé ñu topal li nga xamne mom la loi bi rew.
That is one key element.
Lolu ben bu am solo la.
That can help to nurture the peace.
Lolu dina mëna tax ba ñu saxal jamm.
And ensure that Gambia remains one of the most
ñu mëna gis ne réewi Gambia dina continuer di nekk ni réew mu dal
and friendly country.
réew mo xamne réew mu am jamm la.
And the other thing I want to say,
leneen li ma bëgg wax moy
which is something ingrained in our country,
lo xamne mu ngi dox ci suñu réew mi
is tribal sentiments.
moy xajaar la gi nekk digante xeet.
We will never succeed.
duñ mëna jëm kanam mukk.
We will never develop
duñ mëna am yokkute mukk
until we are able to address that.
ndara rek ñu gëna daxal loolu fi ci réew mi.
Our politics is tribal.
Politique bi moom ñu ko jaarale ci digante xeet ak xeet lépp lu ñoo def ci digante
And that is
xeet ak
what
xeet
is
la.
deterring our development.
loolu mooy delloo gannaaw suñu yokkute.
And I think that is one thing we all have to graduate.
te loolu ñun ñëpp nag dañ ci war a génn.
And one suggestion I have,
benn xalaat bi ma am mooy.
which is going to, at least kill two birds with one stone.
boo xam ne ñaari mbir laa bëgg ñu yóbbu àndoor.
Try to erase tribalism
mooy ñu dax xaajaar la
from our
digante
minds
xeet ci suñu xalaat.
and ensure that we Gambians are more patriotic.
ñu gis ne ñun waa Gambie ñu bëgg suñu réew mi lay doon.
Is to make sure we started from the younger population.
ñu dooree ko ci ñi nga xam ne ñoo xale yu ndaw yi.
That is school going age.
mooy xale yi jàng school.
Because you go to other countries,
ndaxte am na réew yoo xam ne boo fa
you
demee.
don't think about tribe.
duñ dee xalaat sa yëfi xeet.
Like even Senegal here,
Sénégal bii nii sax.
only Senegalese.
Sénégalais rek nga.
Gambians should be Gambians.
Gambien lañ war a
But
doon.
do you think about tribe?
waaye duñ xalaat ci wàllu
And I
xeet.
think that is one thing that is affecting us.
leen na la loo xam ne daal mu ngi desal
I
gannaaw.
believe this is an opportunity
te foog naa ne dinaa sukkandiku ci
to
lii.
at least indicate that.
pour feeñal ko.
I must emphasize
may gën a dëgëral ne.
the development of this country
yokkute réewi Gambia
is
bii.
in the hands of
mu
Gambians.
ngi ci loxo waa Gambia.
And that is why,
loolu moo tax.
even though I had issues with the past government,
dëgg la de amoon naa jafe-jafe ak nguur gi fi
when I
nekk.
was released,
ñu bàyyi ma biñ ma bàyyi.
I never left this country.
musuma génn réew mi.
I stayed,
fii laa des.
went back to my profession,
delluwaat ci suma liggéey.
started doing what I know rather,
continué nag di def li nga xam ne moom laa xam.
until I was reinstated
ba jamono jiñ ma jëlaatee ci liggéey bi.
into government
ñu dugalaat na ci nguur gi.
and transferred to the Gambia National
Ci-
Petroleum Corporation
ci lañ ma yóbbu na Gambia National Petroleum Corporation.
as the head of finance.
man ma jiite fa ñuy amee wàllu dépasse foofu.
And just to tell you that I am not the probably bad man people are thinking,
pour wax leen rek ne nekkuma nit ku bon ki nga xam ne noonu la ko nit ñi foogee.
and to also give the justification, some of the justification I have given here why I wasn't convinced.
ci mun a leeral yi nga xam ne moo tax ba man mënuñ ma dugal ci suma xel mi.
I have been working for the past 3 years
maa ngi doon liggéey ci ñetti at yi passé.
as a director of finance,
nekk director finance.
a job that I like
liggéey bu ma bëgg
and a job that I'm doing to the best of my
liggéey
ability.
boo xam ne maa ngi cee def suma
And I'm
kéemtalaay kàttan.
doing all the transformations that I can
di
do
def soppali yi nga xam ne yëpp moom laa ci war a
to
def.
make sure that at least I contribute my quota to national development.
ngir gis ne dinaa def suma ndollin ci yokkute réew mi.
And I think, every Gambian has to follow the same step.
te foog naa waa Gambie yëpp war nañoo
And I would
topp tànk.
advise Gambians like myself,
maa ngi digal waa Gambie ak man ci suma bopp.
we desist from the issue of coups,
nañ génn ci mbiri coup d'état.
yes, and make sure that we focus on developing our country.
ci gis ne dinañ indi yokkute ci suñu
And
réew
as
mi.
it is said here,
te comme niñ ko waxee fii.
we call it never again.
nañ ko wax ne du musa amati
I
fii.
want to thank the chairman,
maa ngi gërëm chairman bi.
the commissioners,
commissioner yi.
the lead counsel and the deputy,
lead council bi ak ki toppa ci moom.
and everybody that is working around here
ak ñi nga xam ne yëpp ñoo fee
for
liggéey.
us to get to the bottom of the issue.
pour ñu seet mbir mi naka la tëddee.
I pray that the Almighty Allah
te maa ngi ñaan ci yàlla buur bi.
would continue
dina continuer.
protecting the TRRC,
di aar TRRC.
give it the energy
jox ko kàttan bi.
that it needs
bi nga xam ne moom la
to do
soxla.
the job.
pour def liggéey bi.
One thing that I want to say as well,
leen na tamit bëgg naa koo wax.
I know I was in this issue, this problem with soldiers
and
officers.
All
of them have been reinstated. And they have been paid from the day that they were incarcerated up to the day they were appointed again. I am following government and I am not paid. I have just been reinstated and I am not paid. And I believe the fact that they have been paid because they were in full employment at the time of their arrest. And I am the only civilian who was also in full appointment at the time of my arrest. I believe with all fairness I should be paid. Irrespective of whatever, but I should be paid as well. And I think it's important as far as I'm talking about my ordeal. My ordeal will never be over until I'm paid. And I don't see this government to be a government that would not pay me. About the same issue reminds me about the past. And I think since they are paid, I should be paid. So I